Hello, everybody, and today we are joining you from a different area. Me and the Natural here.
What's up, guys?
We're joining you from the freshly opened survival server. Pretty late at night here, so there's only about 9 people on. A lot of people don't know about this server yet, but the IP is mc-prs.com, and it is the survival branch of Pure Realms. I guess Preston and Ford are trying to make a couple more servers just to compensate different needs, which is pretty cool. The server is no grief, and it functions by you making a plot with fence, putting a sign on it, and you type into the sign RP with brackets, and then you just like say like what your name is, and then you name the plot, and no one else can touch it. Or if you add, I'll give a little tutorial I guess on it. It's pretty cool. I mean, people that play on the faction server that don't want to get raided or anything can come play on this server, and it's pretty fun. As of right now, there's PvP. Preston said he doesn't really know. This is really Preston's thing. Like, 4 is gonna come on, but this is really Preston's like server. Like, like he's like the sole proprietor of the server. So he said he does not really sure whether he wants to have PvP on or not. I think it would kind of be kind of cool to have PvP on, just like a no rating PvP server where all the PvPing goes on next to spawn and stuff, next to the exits and the warp builds and stuff. So I think we're gonna head on over to our mine. Me and the Natural working on. He found some diamonds so far. I have found zero. Um, so we made a little tiny mine over here. So basically, what me and Natural were talking about for this server, since obviously the faction server is still our main server, we were thinking that since we are both Ninja Turtles, I am Michelangelo, and he is
Leonardo.
Leonardo. Bladed Five is he's Donatello,
Donatello.
and I am not an alt is Raphael. This little something funny that we came up with randomly. So we were gonna make a town called the Ninja Turtles. Some something silly like that, something stupid. And basically, we're gonna make a thread on the forums for this site, which I'll link to. I'll put the IP to the server and the link to the website in the description. So you can apply on the forums. I'll give you the link to the forums post too that I'll make for the application, and basically you'll apply to be added to the plot that we're gonna make, and collectively we're gonna make a nice little town slash city for us. Basically, because me, Natural, Bladed, and I'm not an alt are really not good builders whatsoever. So I think that would be cool for us. Everyone gets to build. We kind of like say what we want to see, and we help you guys build it. Because I'm sure almost all of you are better builders than we are. We're kind of just like build obsidian bases and traps and stuff. Um, the other thing we want to do is, since we're mods, we have the donator power of slash fly and stuff. So we kind of want to, if you make your own town, um, and if you're willing to give us the coords to your town, which we can't rate it, so like this really is supposed to be a community server. So like we'll come over to you and we'll fly around your town and we'll give you like a little spotlight and stuff like that. I think that would be pretty cool. People's towns can be shown off. People can compete to have the best town. Maybe I'll make a competition too and stuff like that. But just for now, I'm just gonna mine around a bit and I'm gonna explain a couple things about the server that's different. So basically, what you do is you take a fence, like here, and I only have 5 fence. I wasn't really prepared. No wait. Oh, I have 64. Never mind. All right. So basically, what you do to claim an area, you obviously can do this in much larger proportion. You just kind of lay out the fence area, and everywhere that is on the fence and around the fence is now yours. Once you put a sign, shit. Natural, do you have a fence?
A fence? Yes, I
No,
do.
no, I a sign.
Sign? I don't think so.
Fuck. Jesus. I'll just kind of show you in chat what you do. So on the top line of the sign, you're going to put this, and then below it, you're going to put your name. So I put my name like that, and then below that, this is going by lines, by the way. So the RP is its own line on the sign. Excuse me, True Azor is its own line on the sign. And next, this is the name of your plot. This is its own name on the sign. And shit. Um, and on the sign itself, you can actually add two extra people depending on how long their names are. So I can just add like, uh, I'll add mom and dad onto the sign. These two names are going to be on the same line, but that's not the only amount of people that you can add to the sign. You can do this command here, which is I believe it's /rp add member. I'm typing with one hand, by the way. Name. So with that command, you can add as many, like, as whatever player you want, as however long their name is, and an infinite amount of players to a plot. Um, Once you have the plot claimed, you can delete the fence. The fence is just to mark the borders for the plugin to claim. I would recommend keeping it there until you get your foundation going, just so that you know what your borders are. I am not aware right now as to what the player limits are on claiming blocks. I don't know if there is one. If there isn't, I'll have to ask Preston. But the other thing is water and lava. I think it works like players can't. I think they can place water and lava, but they can't spread them. So if you need a water or a lava spread, just do /modrec and then just say what you need, and it actually logs the chords for us where you did it from. So we will just come over there even if you're offline or something and do the modrec for you. We obviously won't mark down your chords or anything. It's just solely so that we can put down the water and lava and stuff for you. So the server is a bit different from the faction server. I think it's kind of fun. It's a nice break from raiding and drama and stuff. So you can just come on here and just fool around. Naturally, have anything else to add to that?
You pretty much summed it up. I mean, like, I'm an admin on the other server, so it's high stress on that server because everyone's messaging me and all that. So I like to come on here, mine a bit, talk to a few friends, have a good time.
Yeah. That's basically what the server is for. It's obviously going to attract a new audience. Not everyone on the server is going to be from the faction server, but I think that it'll be a nice addition to Pure Realms. And I think that if we can really get our town going, I think we can establish a nice little thing going on over here. A nice little community-based town based off of the Ninja Turtles. It won't exactly have to follow, like, the style and stuff, but I think if it did, it would be pretty cool and pretty funny. Something to show off to everybody. Um, so we really don't know much about this server yet, to be honest, because Preston was on today, but it was quite late at night when the server was like became known to everybody. Well, at least when I found out about it, so I didn't really have a great chance to talk to him. But uh, yeah, like things are a lot different, so it's something to get used to for all of the Soul faction players. A couple things I would recommend is do not be tempted to X-ray or hack, just because Preston is going to be, as of right now, or as of I've been told, one of the only ops on this server. Doesn't mean that he's not going to check for X-rayers. X-rayers are still going to be around, obviously, but you will get caught. Preston and Ralph and everybody are very good at catching X-rayers, and I'm sure Ralph will jump on just to catch a couple X-rayers because he loves doing that stuff. So I recommend not hacking, even though it is a survival server, it's still against the rules to hack, and we will find you. Um, the other thing is, I would recommend not making your base too far away, making your town too far away. I mean, it's really up to you. But on most survival servers I have played on, people try to make it closer to spawn just so that like people can see it and walk by it and appreciate it. It's not really that fun when everything's really, really far away and people's bases are thousands upon thousands of blocks away because it really isn't a hide server. You don't really want to hide your base. You kind of want to show it off to everybody because they can't grief it anyway. So there's no point in making the bases really, really, really far away. Um, as for that, um, you also do not want to like just invite random people to your plots, even though you may know them from the faction server. They still might want to grief your plots, so watch out for. Even though griefing is not allowed, obviously, it's not really possible. I don't know what the rules are for griefing your own, for like griefing someone else's plot when you're added to the plot. So I would really only add people that you trust. The rule for us when we make our plot is going to be if we catch you griefing one time, you're just completely out. I don't care how big the grief is. We're trying to establish something that's like fun, and we don't need people coming in to the. Even if you're griefing only a couple blocks, we really don't want people. Unless you have like a really good excuse, like I didn't really mean to. I'm really really sorry. It was like one block and I hit it by accident. I'll come on and replace it. Whatever. You're being taken out of the plot. So we're going to be quite strict with that because we really want this to get really, really big and really, really fun. Um, so I'll put all of the threads that are needed in the bottom. People to apply to have their bases toward. People that want to help build the Ninja Turtles town with us. I hope that there's a lot of you that wish to because we're going to need a lot of help. Um, and I guess that does it for that. Anything you would like to say, Sir Natural?
Oh no, I mean, just don't play around because we want to make this as fun as possible. And like you said before, be close. Like, come on, we need to be a family together. This is a community. We need to have our towns close together, and so we can share ideas and do other things.
Yeah, that was kind of one of the bigger things I wanted to address. Like, this is a survival server, and I know that Preston really wants to make this a survival server, and not really. He wants to keep the faction server over at the faction server, not have too much like competitiveness, if that's a word. Competition. There you go. Competition. Um, he doesn't really want there to be like head-to-head wars going on. I mean, it's okay to have some PvP battles going on, but like we kind of want to keep the bases close and have towns and have people be able to walk around and see like a okay, hello there, Lloyd. That was quite random. Um,
Oh, okay.
that was quite random.
It's
Um,
okay. Keep going.
um, where was I? Okay. So yeah, we kind of want to keep the bases close. I know Lloyd said that he was making a base pretty far away, which is okay, but I mean, like, don't make it really, really far away. Because if you make a nice town, um, we really don't want to have it really far away. Because we want to be able to appreciate it. And we want the new players of the server to walk in and be like, "Whoa, look at all the towns. That's really, really cool." And we want the server to build up to be that way, so that there's just a lot of towns condensed, and it ends up looking just one like huge city. I think that's a really cool idea. Not too much to ask for. But if you want to make your base really far away, that's cool with us. But if you're making something really, really nice, that's going to be like beautiful, and you have experience with this kind of stuff, I just recommend trying to keep it close so more people can see it and more people can appreciate the hard work you're putting into it. They obviously can't grief it, so you don't have to worry about that. Um, so we will continue working on our mining and okay, thank you, Lloyd. We will continue working on our mining and our building of the plot we have and whatever. And we will wait for people to apply to join our plot and help build us. I mean, it's okay if you're in a different town and you just want to help build. That's cool with us. We just want as many people to help